and good evening from Upton Park. What a night in prospect. This Cup Winners' Cup semi-final excitingly poised, with the West Germans leading 2-1 after the first leg in Frankfurt a fortnight ago. A pitch, though, that has really suffered after a day of very heavy rain. Clearly it's going to be a difficult job tonight for West Ham. Eintracht Frankfurt come here with a reputation for skillful and attacking football. They've scored more goals than any club in the first division in Germany. West Ham badly need to recapture the form that beat Den Haag of Holland here in the last round, and this is the side they put into the field tonight. It's the one that was beaten by Sheffield United on Saturday, but the better news for West Ham is that Alan Taylor, scorer of so many vital goals, is fit enough to be named among the 5 substitutes, and I imagine he'll be risked if West Ham face the situation of needing such a goal near the end. So much then for West Ham United. Now the team that tonight represents Eintracht Frankfurt. 6 West German internationals in this team, including Bernd Holzenbein, one of the stars of the World Cup winning side of 1974, a team that at the moment is lying 5th in the West German First Division. So some questions tonight. Can West Ham build on that important first goal scored by Graham Paddon in that first leg in Frankfurt? Remembering, of course, that away goals count double in the event of the sides finishing level on aggregate. Can men like Trevor Brooking create enough in midfield to see West Ham through to Brussels and the final next month? Or will that honour go the way of the Eintracht Frankfurt skipper Jürgen Grabowski, another star from 1974 World Cup final? Under pressure more than anybody else, of course, is the Eintracht goalkeeper Dr. Peter Punter. They call him the Flying Dentist. He's a part-timer coming up to 35 years of age, only playing because the regular man is unfit. And now referee Walter Hungerbühler of Switzerland gets this game underway. Eintracht Frankfurt in an all-yellow strip, attacking the goal to our left and winning a free kick straight away. West Ham in their familiar shirts, claret and blue and white shorts. The feeling that Eintracht will come for what could be a devastating early goal. A long, powerful shot there that is way over the top there by their number 11 Bernd Nickel. And of course, if Eintracht do get that early breakthrough, it could be disaster for West Ham. It would mean that West Ham would then to score 3 times. Pat Holland here. It might take a little time for both sides to sort out this pitch that have got puddles everywhere, particularly in the penalty areas. McDowell with the throw, hoping to set Brooking free. And of course it is so difficult for West Ham tonight. They've really got to play with great purpose and efficiency in both penalty areas in the hope of snatching back the goal by which they're behind after the first leg, but as I say, equally making sure that Eintracht themselves don't get the breakthrough. Wenzel tried to make some progress there but failed. Brooking underneath this one. Weidler beaten in the air though. Great determination about West Ham in these opening moments, but a pass from Brooking that Bonds failed to read. Bernd Nickel with the throw. Here's Grabowski. Nickel. "61 goals the Germans have scored in 26 league games. Top scorers in the West German First Division. And here's space now for Lampard. And there you get an indication of just how difficult it's going to be. The ball being left behind in a puddle, and a free kick again to Frankfurt. Ball played wide here for Beverungen. But Keith Coleman with the throw. Here's McDowell. Taylor. Lampard. Tremendous atmosphere, willing West Ham to do well tonight. Billy Jennings on for Brooking, but just a little too far, and Lawrence was there to knock it away. Paddon's throw, Brooking trying that famous dummy of his, crossing it in towards Robson. That wasn't far off. Lampard letting one drive in there, and Reichel getting it away for Frankfurt. Number 6 is Weidler, number 2 is Reichel for the Germans. Here's Brooking though, and whacked away once more by Lawrence. Taylor. Back to Mervyn Day. Holland beaten by Beverungen. Here's Grabowski. Played inside towards Nickel. Grabowski, a lot of space here. Well, he's got a shot in and Day nicely behind it. West Ham throw. Well, I don't know what Beverungen thought he was playing at there. It was clearly a West Ham throw. He stole about 5 yards and threw the ball into the West Ham half. I don't think the Swiss referee was very amused by it. It clearly is a West Ham throw. Here's Holland. Well, there was a yard of space there that opened up for him. Neuberger. And Beverungen. And now it'll come through to Tommy Taylor. West Ham's throw again. They're certainly pinning the Germans in their half of the field. McDowell. It's not a bad cross. Oh, and it very nearly fell for Robson. Grabowski. Now for Coleman. Hit in first time. Lawrence away. Billy Bonds. Padden on the far side. Jennings couldn't get there. Bonds again. No. Boatson binds ball. Now Nichols. And back it goes to goalkeeper Kunta. 20 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Goal kick. The match is also being shown in Germany tonight. And they'll be happy with a 0-0. Wenzel just flicking that on, but here's Coleman for West Ham. A nice touch from Holland. Now McDowell, a beautiful ball there for Brooking. Jennings waiting in the middle, but it didn't really look like reaching him. McDowell, left foot. Oh! Off the defender with the goalkeeper beaten. And behind for the corner. Weidler was the defender, and the Germans were very lucky there. Brooking again, hitting once more. Holland really should have made something of that. Well, Pat Holland will be furious about that. A beautifully measured cross again from Brooking, left foot. Free space for him and a badly directed header. Even though West Ham have had much more of the game, the goalkeeper as yet hasn't been overworked. Here's Wenzel. Bonds safe in the tackle and Shaw. Oh, and he gave it away. This is Nickel now. Chance to tee up a shot. Here's Wenzel. This could be trouble. Oh, and it's not, and it's headed behind in the end by the number 2 Keith Coleman after Tommy Taylor had got it off the line. Well, that really was a terrible moment for West Ham. It's a corner then for Frankfurt. Nickel will take it. Hit low. Lawrence right up there. It'll come for Holland. Could be a good break on now for West Ham. Jennings right up. Padden going up fast on the left hand side. A lovely ball there. Offside, says the linesman. It won't count. Jennings fractionally offside. As with Bonds. McDowell. Holland. McDowell's header. Here's Brooking. Wenzel. Taylor away. Nicol. Grabowski. Holland after him. They've given that one away to Putt. Good shots. Nearly knocked out a defender. West Ham throw. Robson trying to get the backward header. Brooking. Can he turn? No. It just wouldn't go for Brooking there. Well, a West Ham corner. Brooking with it. Hit in towards Robson, but it didn't reach him. Crossed in once more towards Billy Jennings. Padden. And a throw to Eintracht Frankfurt. To be taken by Willy Neuberger. McDowell back for Tommy Taylor. Bernd Lawrence with the throw for Eintracht. Now Jennings. Being pursued by Nicol. Lampard marauding up that left again. That's a good cross. Oh, and it's saved by Kunter from McDowell, who's stolen in there superbly. A lovely cross by Lampard. And McDowell was the man who made most headway. Caught in the mud, lost a lot of its pace, and Kunter got behind it. Holzenbein. Lampard. Robson not knowing where it was, and an offside against Holzenbein, who was a bit slow getting back. Tommy Taylor obviously wanting a bit more effort still. Now Brooking. Robson. Hit low this time. Oh! Looked like a handball there, but I think it was an accidental one by the West German defender. Holland. And Lawrence not messing at all with that one. Straight into touch, wallop. A throw to West Ham. Chipped in nicely there. Oh, and a backward header by Robson just over. Very close indeed. Nice little touch there by Brooking. And Robson trying a back header that time. Still West Ham can't get this vital goal. Free kick to them. McDowell. That's another throw for West Ham. I think so much more of the game. It's so important that they don't become frustrated because the ball won't go into the net. They can afford to be patient, because one goal from them, 1-0 after 90 minutes would be enough to see them through. Here's Billy Bonds, hit low this time, and a corner for West Ham. Padden again will take it. Curled in nicely, Kunter with a header. Oh, and just over the top from Holland. Well, the Germans look a little bit suspect from these crosses, and so it proved again. Kunter got nowhere near that, and Holland just nodding it over from 2 yards out. Billy Bonds. Looking. Turned on again for Pat Holland. Crossed in well by him, and another throw for West Ham. And the Germans really have got their backs to the wall at the moment. Rooking with a low cross, and now a corner against them. Well, they've been found wanting on 1 or 2 crosses this evening, and now they could be tested again as Graham Padden curls this corner in once again for West Ham. Deep it goes. Taylor was right up there, but a goal kick to Eintracht Frankfurt. Here come West Ham again. Rookie. Lampard. Crossed in once more towards Holland, a backward header. Now McDowell. Oh, and somehow the goalkeeper saved it. McDowell caught that beautifully. They say this goalkeeper who wears contact lenses has trouble under lights, but he got behind that ball well as McDowell hit it beautifully, had a bit of luck, stopped it with his legs. Reichel, Holtzen by him, but it just nicked off Lampard. Frankfurt's throw. Oh, Nickel got in there, Bonds got it away. Here's McDowell, free kick. Tommy Taylor with the kick. Robson. And Beverungen got that away. One number 5 to the other. And back to Mervinde. Oh, the bounce beat the German there. Lawrence was beaten, and here's Jennings. Good cross. Still not away. Padden, left foot, but it wouldn't come down quickly enough for him. But again, it showed that crosses hit hard across the penalty area are always having these Germans in trouble, and it very nearly happened again there. Well, that's hit obligingly back towards Billy Jennings. Now with Padden. Here's Brooking, taking that beautifully in his stride, and corner. Brooking will take it. Bonds is up, but he won't reach him. Nickel got it away for Eintracht. Now Taylor. Coleman. Robson trying to get on the end of this one, nodding it back this time for Jennings, and he couldn't quite get in there. McDowell will pounce on the loose one. A lovely pass there to Brooking. Hit low, Neuberger, Holland in there hard, Brooking again, hit low again, and Kunter saving that one at the post. Menzel, Grabowski, Beverungen coming up, out of play. About 2 minutes to half time. Robson, Brooking, a beautiful ball. Now McDowell. That's Kunter's. Oh, that was a late challenge there by Holland, although I think the German goalkeeper made a bit of a meal of it. Well, we ought to look at that again. McDowell's cross, always a goalkeeper's ball. How much of a contact did Holland make? Well, he missed him in fact, and the goalkeeper made a meal of it. And that's how one player gets another into trouble. Holland again. Played on this time for McDowell. McDowell through. Brooking. Referee looking at his watch, and indeed the whistle has gone. A goalless first half, with West Ham having had 90% of the play, but that elusive goal is still beyond them. So far so good for the West Germans, a 0-0 would satisfy them, but it's by no means a disaster for West Ham, because if they can nick a goal in the second half, that would be enough to put them through. And indeed, the way they played in the first half, there's no reason to suggest that it's beyond them. So a half-time situation then in this Cup Winners' Cup semi-final between West Ham and Eintracht Frankfurt. West Ham 0, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. We'll be right back with you with the second half. Welcome back then to Upton Park. West Ham now attacking the goal to our left. This European Cup Winners' Cup semi-final still beautifully poised. Just to remind you, Eintracht Frankfurt leading by 2-1 after the first leg. And certainly all their character and resolution will be put to the test tonight as West Ham continue to come forward for them. Neuberger getting that one away. Although they seem to be a good away side, in fact they've won every match they've played in European competition this season. Home and away against Coleraine, home and away against Atletico Madrid, and home and away against Sturm Graz of Austria. West Ham, of course, who've beaten Ripas Leiden of Finland, Ararat Yerevan of Russia, and Den Haag of Holland on their way to the semi-final. Here's Brooking. And in fact, the Germans have scored more goals in their away ties than they have at home. Robson with a back header. And the long West Ham go on at 0-0. I wonder how soon they will be tempted to bring Alan Taylor on. Another long throw there. He's been out injured. Coleman dinking that one back again. Kunter only half getting his fist to it. Padden. Backward header again by Robson. I don't think he quite got a touch on it. And the pattern of the first half, with West Ham pressing Eintracht back into their own penalty area, being repeated now at the start of the second. So one ball out of play, a substitute ball coming on. Referee just checking the pressure. Swiss referee, Mr. Hungerbühler, who refereed Real Madrid versus Derby County, incidentally, in Madrid, when Real won 5-1, and he gave them a penalty at a crucial moment. Well, he's here again tonight, and West Ham are attacking again tonight. Brooking with the corner. The ball outside that corner quadrant, incidentally. Playing it wide now for Lampard. Curled in again, and nobody to pick up the loose one for West Ham, and so it's Holzenbein. Taylor, Nickel, Wenzel. Been pretty much on his own, that number 9 up front for the Germans tonight. They've packed their midfield, they've packed their defence, and they've taken punishment all along the line. Here's their number 6, Weidler, to Nickel. And that'll be Mervyn Day's ball. So far the Germans haven't caved in. Bonds. Not a good ball. Lawrence, also not a good ball. Here's John McDowell. Padden. Coleman. Played some lovely first-time balls in there, but a goal kick. Coleman's played his part well, actually, for West Ham tonight. He's come forward when required, and he's thrown in some very good first-time balls. Lampard's header. Robson. Now Holland. Lawrence held off him for a moment. Now there's a bit of space for Lampard. Chipped it again towards Brooking, and it's there! Brooking has done it! That's the goal West Ham wanted, and Trevor Brooking is the man who got it. So a moment to savour again, as it was crossed in now by Frank Lampard. The Germans have looked a little suspicious when these crosses have come in all night. Brooking a delicate header, the groping arms of Kunter, and Brooking has put West Ham into the lead. 5 minutes of the second half gone, and now it really is all to play for, because if it stays this way to the end, then it's West Ham who go through to the final. Well, that's a wonderful breakthrough early in the second half, and certainly no more than West Ham deserved, having carried the fight for 95% of the first half to the Germans. There's Lampard getting in, Neuberger. Now it's got to be a much more positive approach from the Germans. Here's Brooking after that break by Coleman. Now Wenzel. And that'll be a goal kick. The Germans are claiming a corner, and the referee's given it to them. So Grabowski will take this corner for Eintracht Frankfurt, and they've piled yellow shirts now into that West Ham penalty area. They haven't got a touch, not yet, but they might have. No. Tremendous shot there by the number 6 Weidler over the crossbar, and a goal kick. Jennings again up well, but his knees were in on the back of Lawrence. Neuberger. Jennings was after him, but his challenge was shrugged off there. Now Brooking. Not easy to make quick breaks on this muddy surface. Oh, McDowell was never offside. He was right in front of the linesman, but he was never offside. Directly in line with this commentary position, he was a good yard onside. Neuberger. Reichel. Rather lazy clearance there, but it found Holzenbein. Flicked in again, they're looking dangerous now. Wenzel with a shot, a good save by Day. That's the most dangerous the Germans have looked all night. Great piece of work by Day from Wenzel. Grabowski with the corner. Worrying moments these for West Ham. Not a bad cross. Holland away, back over his head. Only as far as Neuberger. Played delicately wide here. Crossed in once more. And a good piece of play again by Tommy Taylor that time. Oh, Lampard's given that away dangerously. Coleman back over his head. Back it comes again. Nicol with a shot. Blocked by Coleman. Tries all around to get it away. Nicol again. Dinked in once more towards Wenzel, and again Day is there. Oh no! Wenzel again, no! And no penalty given. The Germans are claiming a penalty, but the referee has said no. Free kick to West Ham as Brooking is brought down. And the Germans still insisting that there was a penalty there. Well, what a scare there for West Ham. And still the German players, you probably saw a moment ago, complaining to the Swiss referee that they were worth a penalty. As we see it again, that was the save by Day. That was the one nodded against the post. And as it comes out again, was there a handball there? Your guess there is as good as mine. Tommy Taylor. Oh, a lovely ball again. Holland. Yeah, free kick. No, the crowd don't like it, but the referee was right. Reichel. His number 2 almost obliterated by mud on his shirt. Neuberger. Lawrence. Neuberger. Brooking. Giving away a free kick though. Just about halfway through the second half now. Grabowski. Reichel. Reichel again. Lampard. He'll come to Brooking. He's played it on to Robson, who's onside. Oh, and he let it go a yard too far. Oh, but a great goal! Keith Robson! The first goal he scored since November, and what a time to get it. It looked as though he'd lost his chance. Left foot, whack, corner of the net, 2-0 to West Ham. Now it means that Eintracht have got to score twice tonight. One goal would take them into extra time, but to win it they've got to score 2. crucial goal, scored by Keith Robson. And that must be a tremendous blow to Eintracht. Singing all around Upton Park. McDowell taking his time over the throw. Brooking turning on this one. There's the cross going in, and Holland just over. Tremendous attacking football by West Ham. There's the cross coming in a moment. Brooking, a mastermind in the middle again. Holland too high with his header. Grabowski. Nickel. Neuberger. And another corner given away by McDowell. Beverungen on that far side with the corner. Neuberger. Played for Nickel. He hits him hard. Reichel. That's going to be a throw. Paddon. Taylor. Brooking. Beautiful timing. Still Brooking. Yes! Number 3! Magnificent! What a smile and what a goal! Beautiful pass by Taylor. Perfectly timed run by Brooking, and it's here that he keeps his head, and there that he shows his skill, and there that he almost certainly now makes it safe for West Ham. 3-0, so much now for the Germans to do, and away West Ham get it once more. 3-0 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. 2 goals to Brooking and 1 to Robson. So the Germans will need to get 2 goals now in the next 12 minutes. Brooking, but Jennings was offside. Well, what an exhibition from West Ham and from Trevor Brooking. A side that's won only 2 of its last 22 games have really risen to this occasion tonight, but now facing another German attack. Defending well, Billy Bonds in the thick of it, finding Robson. Jennings the touch, Paddon, brilliant stuff by West Ham. Holland out of play. Neuberger. Shot again, saved by Day from Lorenz. Well, they've done their stuff at the other end, and Day has certainly done his stuff at the back for West Ham tonight. Neuberger. Grabowski. Beverungen again. Hit low this time. Holzenbein. Saved again by West Ham. For the corner. 7 minutes to go. Brooking away. A throw to West Ham. Robson, another throw to West Ham. Finding Brooking. Neuberger. Tremendous competitors, these Germans. Still refuse to believe that they're going down. But they've got to do an awful lot in the 7 minutes that remain. Brooking. No, a silly back pass there by Robson. And it gives the Germans the chance to strike again. Grabowski, Beverungen going up fast on the outside, but a throw to West Ham. The referee going across to Coleman to tell him to take those three throws a little quicker. Although it's McDowell who's going to take it. Billy Bonds almost ran into trouble there. Lampard blasting it downfield, and Robson just let it go. Grabowski. Oh, and a foot wide with that deflection. They are still pounding forward, the Germans. And knowing what competitors they are, you get the feeling that if they get the sniff of one goal, goodness knows what would happen after that. But there are just under 5 minutes to go, and if they're going to get the sniff of the first goal, they've got to do it pretty quickly now. Grabowski with the corner for them, packed in that goal mouth. Back to Grabowski again, into the West Ham area again. The header, and again it goes beyond for another corner. Grabowski's cross, the corner, that's how it came. So Grabowski takes it again. And a low header there, but over the crossbar from Wenzel. Free kick to Eintracht Frankfurt on the centre line. 3 minutes to go. Brooking. And here they come again with Nickel. And again it's half knocked away, but only as far as Grabowski. Turned again and whacked away once more by Tommy Taylor. Billy Bonds getting up beneath this one. This could be dangerous. Beverungen, and it's there. The Germans have scored through Beverungen, and suddenly it might be wide open again. A long cross coming in. And there have always been these little problems for West Ham. They've looked a bit dangerous. And that's the shot that makes it 3-1. So 3-1 it is on the night. But 4-3 still to West Ham on aggregate. Now Jennings. Oh, and he missed a chance there to make it absolutely safe then. So now the Germans want to get on with it. Jennings down injured, but I think the referee will insist that the game goes on inside the last 2 minutes. And now with this curious thing with away goals, that if the Germans do get another one now, then it's they who'll go through. What's that, a free kick? A free kick now. So If the Germans can pull another one back, it's they who'll go through. Nicol playing it wide to Grabowski. Tension right to the very end here now. A corner. On the night. 4-3 on aggregate, and the Germans requiring one more goal to put them through. We're in the last minute of the game. Grabowski. West Ham have got to really hold them out now. Holzenbein stopped by Lampard, chipped in again and knocked away by Taylor. Brooking again. It's all over, and West Ham are through to the final. 4-3 on aggregate, and 3-1 tonight after a brilliant attacking performance by them. None greater than Trevor Brooking, who scored the 2 goals, one with his head and one with his foot. Keith Robson blasting the other one in. The Germans came and found that they had to attack. Late in the game, when West Ham had taken the initiative, and West Ham had 95% of the first half and so much of the second. A really brilliant attacking performance by them. Strength right the way through their side. Not forgetting Mervyn Day in goal. Tommy Taylor and John McDowell right at the back. Billy Bonds too, and Brooking up front. So there we are, a magnificent night of tension and passion here at Upton Park. And what better to leave you with as we say goodnight to you, saying that West Ham go through to the final of the European Cup Winners' Cup in Brussels next month. The goal that really clinched them for it, the goal by Trevor Brooking,